Hello everyone, my name is Chetan. This is short walkthrough of my collaborative text editor project that I built as a part of Frontend Developer Internship task. Right. Let's first walk through the task, what the tasks actually are. So in our task one, we have to build real-time collaborative editor. Let look on its requirements. So the first requirement is we need a very simple or just custom content editable based text editor, and the second requirement is when multiple users open the editor, they see the same content, and the change made by one user should appear instantly for all others. Okay. And show which user made which change. Okay. Which each user should have a unique name identifier visible to others, and simply login prompt for username. Right. We do not need to make the hardcore or very complex sign out forms. We just create a very simple prompt for that, and in tech stack we can use the React.js, Next.js, TypeScript, and Tailwind CSS. So we are going to use React.js, TypeScript, and Tailwind CSS. So what my intuition is, we basically create a simple editor. Let's say something like this. So this is, let's say, user 1 screen, and let's say this is another user 2 screen. Right. So yeah, basically it is like Google Docs, right? To like the changes or the text written in one will be seen in other as well. Let's say we write here something ACD will be here as well, right? So talking about my intuition was to build an editor where multiple users can type together in real time, see each other cursor, username, know who is online. And I started by thinking about what core features such a system needs. So what we are required is, so first of all we need a state for the content, and we need some component or say functions that will look for the presence data to track username, right? Which will track username, cursor position, and color, right? And obviously the real-time sync mechanism to update all users. So by that requirement I look for various tools like socket.io and Liveblocks and others as well, but Liveblock was the ideal tool for this, as it abstract away the complexity of the WebSockets and real-time data sync, right? So let's look in the code. As at the root level I use query client provider and tooltip provider for the state management and UI enhancement. The router are defined using React Router DOM, right? I also use a room provider from Liveblock to establish a collaborative room with a unique ID. Let's break down the app.tsx, in which we have a query client provider. I wrapped the app with the query client provider to potentially support server state in the future. Tooltip provider help in consistent tooltip UI, and toaster and sonar. These are the components for the toast notification, both included for flexibility, and browser router used for routing different pages like index and a fallback not found page. You can see these pages here. this index.tsx will render to the collaborator editor or main page, and the other is not found page, the simple one. Right, and we are having the room provider collaborative ID. It is crucial part. It initializes the live block room with initial presence like name, cursor, etc., and storage the text content. Now look on the our main part of the code. Collaborative editor tsx. Here we set up state. I set up state for username. Like here, let me tell you, like, or we I set up here setup for the username, use color, and whether the username dialog is visible. Right, we create other component for the user name dialog. It will basically by default remain true, and it will pop up as we reach on the or server link or the local host, and it asks for the enter the username, and it will check it have some filters like the name should be unique, and the name the length of the name should be greater than 2, right, something like that. Okay, and we have presence and storage hook. Use my presence and use others, and use storage and use mutation from the live block. Help track and update the shared content and presence of users. Username dialog, as I already told, this is shown when the user first joins. Once submitted, it updates the username, user's presence, and with the name and color. Right. Okay, the code is, and the text change handler, the text handle text change. The handle text change function update the shared content and user's cursor position. And then thing selection change handler captured the current selection to show the cursor properly in the UI. And active user UI, I render a list of currently online users, included their name and color, which you can see here. Right, so, and editor UI, the text area is the core editable area. It syncs changes and show all user cursor indicate are absolutely positioned using live block presence data. So I made sure the code is modular, readable, and well commented. All the name of the variables are written so well that the code is easily understandable. All styles are written using Tailwind CSS for consistency. I will provide the link for the live project and the source code at my GitHub repo. So I hope this give a clear understanding of how I approached and implemented this. Looking forward to your feedback.